Okay, so today we're going to go over the Apex Legends being 120 hertz on console. As you know, I have the Xbox Series S, and a lot of people are going to feel like when you switch over to the 120 hertz, you're going to feel like nothing feels right. Everything's going to be off. Your movement, your aim, everything's going to be off. And we're going to go over what it means. What it means is 120 hertz means that you're moving into the frames being twice as fast as normal than what you're used to. And this is a benefit. This is not a setback. This is a benefit. Um, what you're going to want to do, and this is so you can get used to it, because you have to figure that you're not acclimated to playing at 120 hertz because it's always been capped at the 60. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go into settings in gameplay. You want to go into settings. When you get into settings, you want to go to your controller settings. I play on ALCs, so I would go into my ALCs, and what I would do is you want to reduce. Excuse me. You want to reduce everything that you're using by half. The way to start this, you want to start by only dealing with your ADS. Your ADS, this is more personal than anything else to me, because what I had to do, I had to reduce my ADS by half. 60 frames per second jumped up to 120 frames per second, so everything's 60 and 60 is 120. So you cut that in half. When you cut that in half, I cut my ADS in half to 56. And then I worked on the rest of the ADS in order to acclimate to 120 hertz. So from 60 to 120 hertz, things are going to be moving faster. So in order to keep up with the things that's moving faster, I had to slow down my ADS. I had to slow that down, and then I had to make some changes in here in order to make up for me slowing down my ADS yaw speed. So these are my ALCs for 120 hertz on Apex Legends for season 20. And I don't know why they make sense, but they make sense. And these are things that you have to go through. It's not that okay. So when I changed mine, me and a couple of friends of mine, we were all excited. Mike, Larry, Castell, we were all excited about the change. So I showed them where to go to make the change or whatever, and we all made the change to 120 hertz. But once we made the change to 120 hertz, it's like nobody's hitting their shots. It's just pandemonium. But I actually spent some time in the firing range, and I said I got to figure this out and how to make this work. And right now, this is what works for me. So if you need to, you could use these ALCs as like a base for that 120 hertz to get on track to figure out, okay, what works for you. And make sure these are up here. I got default, but you know when you do the 120 hertz, when you do the 120 hertz, it puts you on a lower what's the name anyway? Let me actually go to it real quick. All right, so back, go to video and see graphics mode. The graphics mode is going to be performance, and performance takes you to that 120 frames per second. So I also moved all the way up to 110 for my field of view. I moved that up to 110 also. So I made the changes that were necessary to go from the 60 that I'm so used to the 120 hertz. But you have to figure it's going to be changes that you're going to have to make as far as your movement. Your movement's going to look way different. Everything's going to look faster. Your aim, you have to think about your aim. My hip fire is not exactly where I want it to be, but I still got some tweaking to do. So like I said, this is like a base to use. What I want to tell you is, if you're like me and you move to the 120 hertz, and that's going to be a video. It's the bottom option in video where it says graphics mode. But if you're like me and you move to this, and you were like, nah, this is bullshit. I'm going back to the 60 hertz. Okay, you could do that, but another thing you could do, think in your head, 120 hertz. We moved up from 60. If I cut certain things in half, the feeling that I'm used to playing with is going to be there. If you cut certain things in half, the feeling that you're used to playing with is going to be there. And once you get that feeling that you're used to playing with, then that's when you tweak things and get things perfect for the 120 hertz. The 120 hertz doesn't suck. It's just that you're not used to playing at that speed. All right, everybody take care.